The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everyone. Armando here with Amalia from ALM. Glad to be here this Tuesday morning, July 14th. Amalia still down in the south, Florida, enjoying a nice beachy weather while I'm stuck here now back in Toronto.
I certainly am, and I'm not missing Toronto. So
Yeah, actually, it's a little bit been crazy the past few days with the Pan Am Games here, so you're not missing anything.
it's too funny. Yeah, the weather's been great, and I just want to say good morning to everyone. Welcome.
Excellent. So today we have a great webinar. I'll tell you that in the past few weeks has been all about news. I do have a new tool that I'm gonna show today that Bing just released. I thought it was very helpful, very gives a lot of information. But anyhow, we'll talk about that. But just before we begin, I wanted to make sure that you can hear us, and if you can kindly just let us know via the chat box if you can hear myself and Amalia. That would be amazing. Great. Thank you, Bob. Excellent. Thank you. Excellent. Perfect. So we're going to begin and had a great time last week in New Hampshire. Actually was by the White Mountains, up in the White Mountains, and very beautiful. So that was really a good trip. Although I did work most of the time, but I got some nice some nice scenery. And not like Amalia, who's at the beach all the time this past week. uh, okay.
Sorry, you were saying. Sorry, you cut out there for a moment. Forgive me.
Yeah, no, saying that you've been at the beach. But anyhow, it's summertime. It seems that many ICs are also on holidays. So, but anyhow, to those of you that are joining us, thank you for joining us. And we're going to be talking today about some latest news and articles. It seems this week it's all been about Google. Obviously, I tried to find some diverse news, and hopefully by next week we'll be able to kind of pepper in different things. But Google did come out strong last week to this week with a couple of updates. So we'll share that with you. I'm also going to share a new a tool from Bing for Bing ads. Very interesting, specifically if you are looking out for new ways of advertising. Let's say you've maximized your potential with Google AdWords and you're looking at Bing ads or Yahoo ads. Well, Bing ads has this new tool that pretty much gives you some very good information about their target audience and demographics. So we'll talk about that. Okay, so ready to begin. The first item on our agenda today is something to do with Google Webmaster Tools, or what is now called Google Search Console. What they're doing, they actually have been sending notices to webmasters for incorrect hreflang implementation, and I'll explain a little bit more about that. And primarily, they've been sending out hundreds and thousands of emails and notifications to webmasters who have potentially implemented the hreflang incorrectly on their websites. Now, for the most part, this only impacts websites that are of international content or in context, by the way. So what hreflang is, basically many websites serve users from around the world with content translated or targeted to users in a certain region. So Google uses the rel or alternate hreflang x attributes to serve the correct language or regional URL in search results. In other words, it's a snippet of code, or a very short snippet of code that basically, oh, apologies for that, that basically sends all the information to Google, letting them know that there are multiple regions that a website will be targeting. So this is a couple of things to kind of bring into perspective. Number one, if you have a client whose website is in international or multiple regions, and probably has different subdomain names or subdirectories, you kind of want to check this out in the Google Webmaster Tools to see if they've been flagged as being incorrectly implemented. Now, there is a fix. Google will definitely provide you with how to fix. As a matter of fact, I have something very to share with you in regards to that. But it will affect mostly international sites, or if your clients are doing business with via international websites, right? Now, it is a brand new type of notification according to Google's Gary Alice. And also, he said that about 50% of the notifications sent out to the mobile usability issues found on websites, and it seemed like every webmaster I know received a notification. I tried to look for some samples from our list of accounts on Google Master Tools, and unfortunately, kind of went through about 6 of them and didn't find anything. But whatever. However, if you get a notification, that means you need to resolve the issue in order to benefit from the additional language or region targeting. So it is a notification. It's not a penalization. So don't get very worried if you do get this notification. It's just that you have to just Google telling you, you got to implement the hreflang code properly, right? And obviously, that's what's going to state. So I'm going to come back to this page because there's actually a support page and a YouTube video to watch that I would recommend. That if you have a client that, again, it has a website with multiple languages, or targeting multiple regions. So for example, let's say it's abc.com / USA and abc.com / Canada and abc.com / Mexico. You want to make sure that if the hreflang codes are done properly for the for, let's say, the Mexico side and the Canada side, right? So I'll get back to this in a second. Just give me a quick second. I want to see. This is a notification, just to kind of give you an example. If you see this notification on your client's Google Webmaster Tools, very straightforward. Tells you about the notification, what it does, if it's done incorrectly, if it's incorrectly bi-directional linking. If page A links with hreflang to page B, there must be a link back from B to A as well. It is a little bit of a technical component, so if you have any questions, feel free to touch base with your production team or just reach out to us at ALM and we'll have our team review that. If you are already an existing client of ALM and you may be wondering about one of your clients, again, just reach out to the team. Our team is aware of this and they're actually looking at also correcting this or advising you of correction, because typically this is the hreflang. It's a bit of a custom code that is added at the development phase. Sometimes it may be added as an SEO best business practice. So just be on the lookout. Nothing to be panicking over. All they want you to do is to correct it, right? It's not like you're going to be penalized or your client's going to be penalized for having an incorrectly implemented hreflang. So again, and Google's been very nice. They actually tell you where to look for it. They sent you a link. Ask questions in our forum. You have to kind of mention this code. But what I did was I actually took the liberty of, and let me share this great video with you on YouTube. Oops. Just give me a quick second. A great video on YouTube. If you're wondering what is this hreflang and how does it work and can my client benefit from it, let me just share with you the link. Give me a quick second. Just having a little bit of technical challenges here, but we'll share with you in a second. So this is a great video that I'm going to share with you with all here on the chat. If you are looking at learning more about this, and there's also a support page, so I'll share with you as well. And I don't have time to go through the video, but pretty much it is a 14-minute video that explains a little bit more about hreflang. Very, very good if you perhaps haven't been able to work with clients. If you have been working with clients that are international in essence, but haven't been able to properly add this code. Just give me a quick second, getting the questions. Can't see the video screen. Just give me a quick second. I did add it to the just give me a quick second here. Okay, so I'm showing my screen now, and this is the video. I just posted the link also on the chat, and you'll see that that it's a pretty great video. It's about 70 minutes long, actually, and Google pretty much talks to you a little bit more about the benefits of expanding your site to multiple languages, right? So if you do have a client that is in international lessons, have a look at this and definitely be beneficial. If you have any questions, again, feel free to connect with us and we can kind of help you out as well. In the past, I would say probably 5 months, we've really become masters at this, setting up SEO for American companies or Canadian companies who want to have multiple language sites as well as multiple regional SEO, as we have been increasing our requests or working with ICs whose clients are targeting multiple countries. So anyhow, have a look at that, and if you have any questions, feel free to chat with us. So I just wanted to share that with you. Let me go back to my presentation here. Okay, and the support page is very good. So, I mean, there's a lot of support there from Google as well. Okay. The other, just to move on, the other piece of news related to Google again, and I don't want to make it the Google show, but it seems that they came out with a lot of different news, is that there has been in the SEO industry a little bit of rumblings or I would say yeah, rumblings about a possible new Penguin update happening very shortly. You know, this has been happening for the past few weeks, and basically Google came out and Gary reminds us that Penguin algorithm refresh is still months and months away. So it's not going to happen shortly. It will happen probably, I would imagine, in the fall or probably around November, December, based on what they've indicated. Basically, they indicated that one of the reasons why the Google update, the Penguin update, is not going to happen right away is because they're trying to make it run faster. In what they're trying to do is actually make it run in real time. If you recall, we mentioned a few months ago about the fact that sometimes when the Google updates happen, some of these updates take months to actually, you know, have a fully launched. So, you know, some sites will get affected in the first month of the update, while others will get a month, you know, in the second or third or fourth or even fifth month. So it's not like everybody gets once the refresh happens. It's not like all the sites around the world get impacted right away. It takes time, right? So what Google is trying to do now is to have that real time, right? So right now it's running very slow, so they're looking at making it faster, and basically just wanted to let you know about that. Now, if you're still kind of interested in learning more about Penguin, I actually added a link here, and again I'm going to share it with you because I know that sometimes we tend to forget with so many updates. We're like, okay, what's the Penguin oops, so sorry, what's the Penguin update different than the Panda and uh, and also what the Pigeon or the Hummingbird. Well, basically the Penguin release is really targeting spammy sites. So have a look at that full article. It's like the 101 on the Penguin updates. If you still have questions, let us know. Pretty much this article that I just posted on chat will give you all of the details about the update if you still have questions, right? So it's kind of like the 101 on the updates, and I think it's a very good article to read and to refresh yourself. Okay, and even as a matter of fact, you can kind of even write a blog about it, repurpose the content properly, and share it with your clients as well. So I shared that with you, but just to let you know, the Penguin update won't happen for a few months. Excellent. Amalia.
Yes. Okay. So I actually came across this article I want to share, and I found quite interesting. It's actually in regards to a news update that was reported from Stone Temple Consulting. They are now showing that Google is now indexing about 466% more tweets, and they are still favoring higher authority users. Google is now indexing nearly 5 times the tweets as 4 months ago, yet more than 96% of tweets are still going unindexed. Earlier this year, Google gained access to Twitter data due to their new deal between the two digital two digital giants that are out there. And however, the initial findings showed that tweets were being indexed at a very low rate, with just 0.6% of tweets indexed in February. As the Twitter deal has begun to roll out, Google has begun to index far more tweets, according to Stone and Temple. If you refer to the rate sheet, you'll notice from February to June, Stone Temple found a 466% increase in tweets indexed within the first 7 days. In February, you'll find just 0.6% of tweets were indexed, and last month that number shot to 3.4%. While these increases are promising, there's still more than 96% of tweets that aren't indexed. Also mentioned is that Google still has a major bias towards Twitter accounts with the higher follower of accounts and more so those with the higher social authority. In the report that Stone and Temple did release, it says that it may not be all about follower count, and there is a correlation between those with higher engagement levels and overall authority in indexation. So I found that interesting. Armando, did you want to add to that, or?
No, you know what? I was trying to find out, what the term of higher
Yeah,
authority users. So basically, what you're saying is that the higher authority
authority.
users, yeah, are the guys that are those tweet accounts that are getting more followers, correct? I was trying to kind of research that
Yeah,
quickly before.
yes, it is exactly. Yeah, it pretty much that's what it is. It's basically those people with a higher following amounts. There's some people who just have 200 followers, where there's some people who have like 1 million followers, right?
Mhm.
So yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
So in reality, this really impacts those Twitter accounts that definitely get,
higher volume,
yeah, higher
absolutely.
volume, right?
Yep.
Okay. So based on the report, it seems that there's still, if let's say, you have companies or businesses that don't have higher volumes, maybe their tweets are not getting indexed as of yet. So,
Exactly.
okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting. So,
that's what I gathered. Yeah. Well,
okay.
that's the perception I received. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, basically what they're saying is it's the correlation between higher engagement levels and overall authority. So, yeah. No, sorry, I was trying to learn more about that. I didn't get a chance to look at that one. Okay, perfect.
All right. Yeah, and then another announcement is Google Maps hides a search bar. It's called Here. The actual platform is called Here, Here, and basically it struggles to sell. So Nokia Maps would be buyers is seeking to pay less than the Finnish company wants. Google Maps has made some minor changes that improve the usability, while Nokia appears to be struggling to sell its mapping service, as mentioned, called Here. Google Maps now will hide the search bar on the top of the Explorer bar on the bottom of the map screen to create a larger visual field. As you can notice there, they're trying to give more of a visual, outline there. One tap causes those bars to disappear, and another one brings them back. It is subtle, and it's considered a really nice little upgrade. There are a couple of other little minor changes that were made, basically tied to places and sharing in photos. In Europe, they in fact found, a report was stated that Nokia and a consortium of German car makers are also negotiating to buy Here. They don't know if it's broken down. It's still in talks, but the consortium does include BMW, Daimler Chrysler, Volkswagen. So that is in the talks, but there's rumor that that's might be falling apart as well. They are currently using Here for navigation and to see digital maps, as it's basically crucial for future success, as well as critical for development of self-driving cars. Right? You do need this because many of the vehicles that are out there have this implemented in your vehicles for GPS. The issue right now is not in demand for the Finnish mapping unit, but the price is. Nokia is trying to recoup some of the billions it paid for Navtech that years ago. Nokia paid more than $8 billion for Navtech back in 2007. They are now seeking $3 to $4 billion from the buyer, from any buyer that is. So they're really taking a cut there. Microsoft had tried to buy Here along with Nokia's mobile devices division, but Nokia did decline to sell. This was some time ago. I'm sure they're regretting that. But anyways, the company is now trying to stimulate demand and basically trying to create bids. Uber has also reportedly put a serious bidder. A serious bidder out of this, and they're basically looking to purchase as well. So I guess it's time will tell to see what if they're gonna take a huge loss, or if anybody's gonna step up to the plate and pay what it's worth. Armando, did you want to add?
Yeah, no, the only thing is that I guess what is going on with Nokia right now in their
Yeah.
mapping technology, it has something to do with Google Maps in essence, right? Like it's a little bit separate, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Let's see how that goes. Excellent. Thank you, Amalia.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, and the next piece of news comes from, again, Google. And this is also another notification. I thought I wanted to share this with you because it could basically be something that you or your clients Webmaster tools or Google Search Console may be getting, and it's a notification uh, um, uh, in regards to letting people know that typically when you have a Google Webmaster account and you have multiple users, everybody gets notification on different items, right? Whether it be opportunities, whether it be fixes, whether it be even penalizations, spamming alerts, etc. So now what they're doing is what Google has come out and said is, look, when we're sending notifications, we're going to send notifications only to the top level users. That's what in essence is, or whoever is the admin, right? So they're gonna, as opposed to everybody who is in a who is a credit or is part of a Google Webmaster account. Now everybody is going to be not everybody's going to get the notification. Only the main Webmaster. So what I've kind of tried to do here is give you an example. So for example, let's say you have a site that is, let's say, example.com. Don't panic. Have a towel. Basically, the site would get the notification, but the owners, the multiple owners around it. Oh, sorry. Give me a quick second. I'm getting that question. Okay, hold on a second. I believe. Oh, sorry about that. My apologies. I forgot about that. So basically, with this notification from Google Webmasters, they're just saying, look, we're going to limit the number of notifications that we give to all of the users within a Google Webmaster account, right? So now less people are going to get, the average notification tab. Now, however, if your if Google Search Console finds out that there is a problem with your site, penalization or being hacked, for example, so the critical messages, everybody will get them. So I think that what they're trying to do is streamline some of the communication that gets fed from Google Search Console. From Google to Google Search Console. So does it impact your client's business? Not necessarily. Although I would recommend that when you are setting up the Google Webmaster tools, or what is called now Google Search Console, for your clients, that you do keep yourself as part of the top level admin. Yeah, just in case, because you know what, your clients will never go and review that. And sometimes, you know what, there may be some opportunities, there may be some notifications that you need to be part of. So do set up your client's account and set yourself up as one of the admin users, right? Because most likely you will be getting all of those notifications. And if you do that, and let's say your supplier doesn't have that, make sure that if you do get a notification, you can pass it along. Now, be aware that that if there's a notification that is not, it's not a critical message, your supplier may not know, they may not be aware of, because they only have a limited user access. Okay, so this is something just to keep you updated. I think that what they're doing now is just trying to streamline who gets some notifications, as opposed to everybody in the who is part of that account gets it. So I just wanted to share that with you. Again, for any high level or critical messages, such as the site being hacked, everybody will get a notification. But for others, just keep an eye on that, because we know that sometimes, obviously clients don't look into that. So it's pretty much you are the admin, the top level admin in your Google Search Console. Just wanted to let you know about that as well. Okay. Excellent. Just an interesting news that I wanted to share with you here as well. Google's now promoting voice search with suggested searches in mobile app. So as we have been talking a little bit about in the past few months in the growth of mobile applications and the use of mobile applications and optimization and SEO, etc. This was an interesting piece of news, because now Google is actually reminding users that you know what, you can definitely use voice command or voice search not only on your mobile. So if you look at the screenshot on the left hand side, that's a mobile screenshot, right? That's That's if you're using a mobile app, your mobile device. And obviously Google's kind of reminding you, you can say, okay, Google, or tap on the microphone button and speak, speak the query, right? So, if you have a mobile, feel free to, do searches. And we talked a lot about this a few weeks ago, where millennials, and specifically uh, um, uh, uh, I guess adults between 19 and 21, I think it was, or 25, they're more open to using voice search on their mobile than the, let's say, users above 30 years old, right? So this is okay. We know about this, but what they're doing now is on the right hand side. Now Google's actually, if you're using a specific application, a Google search app, they're actually encouraging you to try it out, right? So, in this one, for example, they're saying, they did a search for Yandex, and basically, the notification, their little banner there says try out the mic, tap it and say how much is $50. So again, Google's trying to do some testing, trying to feel some pilot testing in regards to the use of voice search, and actually promoting voice search feature on mobile devices. So it's something that it's very interesting as they continue to research and provide better recommendations on how to optimize for applications. Okay, so I thought that was very interesting, that I wanted to share with you in regards to Google focusing on that. We'll keep you posted if anything else develops in this specific study. Okay, the next item that I want to share is this interesting article that if you are looking at, if you're working with one of your clients directly and you're doing some paid advertising, and specifically with Google AdWords, and you kind of are trying to find what is the best scenario for for you to position your client's website online and get the best results from paid search, this is a great article. It is a little bit technical. However, I try to summarize as much as I can in regards to 5 tips not to miss the boat, or 5 tips on how to improve or better your paid search performance on mobile ads. Interestingly enough, we're running right now a campaign for a few dealers here in Toronto that are running different sets of mobile ads. One of them is just working or within Google AdWords, just allowing all of the ad groups that they have there to be also displayed on mobile, right? And then there's another campaign that we're running within AdWords that's only mobile only. So one of them is really focuses on search engine result pages, right? SERPs, and then the other one focuses on using the Google network and displaying mobile ads. So I thought this was very good, and this is a good article if your clients are looking at now, leveraging from mobile advertising. Sorry, the first thing you need to do obviously is test your site for mobile friendliness. Number one, very simple, straightforward. And I put the link there for you to see. Obviously, if you want to do mobile advertising, make sure, or your client wants to do mobile advertising, or a prospect wants to do mobile ads, make sure that they are mobile friendly. Number one. Number two, you want to align your mobile goals with meaningful mobile actions. Very important. Sometimes we tend to, whenever we do Google AdWords, we tend to just focus on conversions all the time. And we have to understand that when we're dealing with, let's say, mobile devices, and even with desktop, but with mobile devices, because they are quote unquote mobile, we have to be able to quantify mobile actions. So as opposed to just focusing on mobile conversions, you want to also look at what other actions are mobile searches truly doing, right? And how are your ads impacting, and how you can better improve, yes, your conversions, but also those other mobile actions such as calls, visits to store locations or store locators, sorry, product views, downloads, and basically these can also be seen as ways of generating future online or offline revenue, right? So very important to when you're doing a campaign for mobile or mobile only, you want to make sure that don't just focus on conversions, which is, you know what, okay, sometimes a conversion can be a call or a form that is completed on the mobile site. No, think beyond that. Think, you know, how many people are using the store locators, how many users are actually, or how much traffic are you getting on your product, on your products on the mobile, etc. And if you dig a little bit deeper, not only just within Google AdWords, Google Analytics can also help you with discovering that data. Okay, so instead of making decisions based off mobile conversions, you want to give some credit to all sorts of relevant proxy metrics so your mobile goals reflect the true value of those mobile actions. Because a person may not purchase directly online or may not fill out a form, may not fill out a form in their mobile phone, or may not buy necessarily online through their mobile phone, right? There may be other activities that they do, so you got to take those into consideration. So one of the things is, if you are using AdWords, for example, there are some of things that you want to do, and one of the things that they provide you when you log into their to the Google AdWords interface is looking at AdWords estimated conversion data. Okay, and you can use that data to get a feel for indirect conversions, and somehow you can start kind of looking and forecasting, you know, conversions, straight conversions, conversions across devices, calls, store visits. These are some of the KPIs that are recommended, right? And again, you know, you can log into AdWords, kind of review this in their interface. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. The other thing that they recommend is use mobile specific ads and site links. So what they call AdWords mobile preferred ads and site links, they were introduced, and they can give you better results on your click-through rate. So if you give me a quick second, I'm going to try to see if I can pull out an example of this. And that way you can get a sense of what I'm talking about. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to share with you is that what are the estimated conversions, and you know what I'm going to do as well. I'm going to also post this link on the chat, and I hope everybody can see my screen. And they talk about the estimated conversions, and it's a tool that, you know, AdWords provides you. So as I scroll down here, you'll see that when you log into Google and to your Google AdWords account, and you go under campaigns and look for ad extension test campaign, you can actually start seeing some of the estimated total conversions on the right hand side. So Google kind of gives you that based on your current performance. Okay, Google AdWords gives you that based on your current performance, your campaign's current performance. So it is a tool that you can definitely use to help you forecast some of your conversions. The other thing that you want to know is, okay, so what are the types of mobile ads I have? Now again, this is for someone who wants to do this themselves. There may be ICs that want to work directly with production teams, but you still want to learn. So okay, so you know, so if your client is asking you questions about mobile ads, you kind of want to, you know, have a very intelligent answer. So definitely posted that also as well for you. And if you can look at it, there's different mobile ads. And each mobile ad is designed to reach your customers, right? So for example, you have text ads, image ads, app promotion ads, and even HTML ads built with Google Web Designer. And where are these going to appear? This will appear within mobile devices with full browsers, such as smartphones or tablets. Now, within apps or smartphones or tablets, you know, you can have, again, text ads, image ads, app promotion ads, image app promotion ads, and video app promotion ads. And only on devices that can make calls, for example, a telephone or a mobile phone, you have call only ads. So definitely very important that you review the types of ads, and what you would like to, you know, how you would like to test and target your target audience, right? So, you know, again, if it gets very technical, you know, feel free to connect with us and we can assist you on simplifying some of this. But I will tell you that Google does make, you know, they give you a lot of information for you to, you know, kind of just read and try to, you know, learn for yourself as well. Okay, so let me go back to the article. Okay, give me a quick second. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we talked about using mobiles. Now the site links is a little bit different. The site links are now being introduced to mobile ads, and the site links are, when you do a search, and you know what, I'm gonna send you an example because I know I'm gonna get a question about this. When you do a search on Google and you get the results, and basically when you get the results, you will also here we go. When you get the results, and for example, this is an example of a mobile ad. So you have your title, your URL, your description, and then you have these site links here at the bottom. These are now showing not only just on the desktop, but also showing on the mobile ads. And some of these can be added if you have specific landing pages, right? So all of this, again, it's there to help you leverage and improve your mobile advertising capabilities within Google AdWords. Okay, so again, let me post this in there. If you have any questions and you want to also understand a little bit more about site links and why you should use them, etc. So here you go. Okay. Moving along, the only other item that I felt was very important about this is the aspect of adjusting your bids. Okay, and this is very important. And this is specifically if you are looking at your clients having a physical store and they're noticing that mobile is bringing lots of in-store visits, then you know what, you may want to, for example, they're having a promotion at the end of a weekend promotion or a 1 week promotion, some sort of an advertising campaign, event, or a promo. You, for that time, you may want to boost your mobile bid, or you may want to adjust your mobile bids, specifically if they have a physical store, and in order to be able to drive more foot traffic. Okay, again, it may not be necessarily a conversion, which can be a call or or a sale via mobile, or a completed form on a mobile. This is just driving traffic, foot traffic to your store, and make sure that you're set up, with goals specifically, so you can give credit to this campaign. Okay, and the whole here thing is that you want to, throughout the campaign, you want to set above average mobile bid adjustments, so that way you can get the best of it. So again, these are some of the tips that the experts give in regards to really focusing on mobile advertising. Now, you also have to understand that a production team, they have their own specific way of setting up campaigns, but if you can always bring some recommendations to the table, that's also great. I always say that to the ICs we work with, because you know what, our world is our internet, our world, our space, our industries. There's so much information, not everybody knows everything, and there's always new things. So if you can come up with an idea on how to improve it, that's also a great benefit to everyone, your client, and the production team. But these are some of the tips that you should, if you are really looking at promoting your client's business or online store via mobile ads, something that you should definitely read. It's a great article. Okay, perfect. Moving along, the last thing that I wanted to share with you today is uh, uh, an interesting tool that just came out recently, probably about a week or two ago, by Bing. And basically, what they're doing now is allow. This is only for the U.S. right now. It's going to be released internationally in the next few months. So I guess they're going to be rolling it out. But in the U.S. right now, for example, if you already optimize all of your campaigns on Google AdWords, and you're looking at, okay, where else can I advertise? Should I do LinkedIn? Should I do Facebook, Bing, etc.? Well, Bing makes it very simple to you, because now they're actually providing you with information. Who are the Bing ads audience, right? Specifically for the U.S. And actually, as a matter of fact, they've done it across multiple industries. Okay, so again, it's going to give you some information that's very crucial for you to make a decision, and perhaps start or launch a Bing ads campaign. So this is one of the ways that Bing is promoting their ads, their advertising services, right? But it's great because it gives you information across different verticals: automotive, education, financial, health, retail, technology, telecom, and travel. So if you just give me a quick second, I'm just going to put it on pause for a second, and I'm actually going to show you the tool. I thought it was very interesting. And a very user-friendly tool as well. So um, the URL, I'll post it in a second, but it's pretty much advertise.bingads.microsoft.com, or for short form, I believe it's Bing Ads. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get it. BingAds.com audience, right? So so BingAds.com/audience. That's the URL, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to post it again here because it's an important URL that you may want to check out after. Okay, there, excellent. And basically, a great tool if you are want to learn more about Bing ads. Definitely gives you a lot of information. For example, across all industries, you want to know. Okay, you know, first of all, it tells you there's 33% share of the U.S. market. But if you're looking at gender, okay, so in the whole of the U.S., 49% of Bing's audience is male and 51 is female. So they have 2% higher female audience than male. So that's an interesting fact. So let's say I want to know more about the financial industry. Let's say I want to start targeting some advertising there. Again, gender, very similar, okay? Very similar to the other number, 51 female, 49 male. But let's say I want to know about age. So here it gives you the breakdown, okay? Over 40% of the Bing Ads business finance audience is between 35 and 54 years old. Again, we kind of, if you know a little bit about Bing advertising, that's their sweet spot, right? It's always been the 35 to and over. So you can kind of see that if you are looking at advertising to 18 to 34, you may not get a lot of traction, but between 35 and 54, it's the larger, piece of the pie. So if you have a prospect or a client that fits into their target market, if it's it gives you a household income, right? So it's some really good information on demographics. Education, right? 1/3 of Bing Ads business audience graduated from college. And also, presence of children. If you are looking at targeting or doing ads that are specifically family oriented, or targeting children's services within the financial industry, that's what it tells you. So again, I'm going to move forward. If you're in the automotive industry, gives you the same age. So it's a very interesting tool that you should be using if you are looking at one of your clients, even travel. Okay, so let's look at here. Gender is 50-50. Interesting here. Education, over 1/3 of the Bing Ads travel audience graduated from college. So kind of gives you a little bit of information on that. Important one is household income. So people who are users of Bing, basically over 1/3 of the Bing Ads travel audience has a household income of 100,000 or more. So you can tell that 1/3, that's a pretty good chunk of people that you want to target, right? 35%. So if you put the two and two together and you're doing some advertising for a travel agency or a business within the travel industry, it's something that you may want to revisit as well, specifically if your services or your client services, sorry, they target the age above 35. So hey, listen, these are the anything above 50 or 55. There's a bit more disposable income, so you can definitely target them through Bing. So I wanted to share this with you. Again, the beautiful thing about this is that it can also be used as a sales material, in the sense that you can, if you are looking at selling something to your client or offering this to your client, consulting them, you can use some of these screenshots in your presentations. So again, they have a lot of information here that you can kind of work on, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be adding more information on and more stats. Now again, this is only for the US today, but they will be they will be adding more. There's also case studies, both just general case studies and also mobile and local insights for mobile advertising within Bing. So, have a look at it, and if you have any questions, and I know that our team, we also work with Bing, not as much as let's say with our typical work with Google AdWords, but I know that we're very well versed in Bing Ads and run different campaigns. So if you have any questions, feel free to connect with us. Okay, so just getting back to the presentation. Not sure if you have any final questions. Wanted to share that tool of the week, let's say, and very powerful. And look forward to, if there's no questions right now, we do look forward to having you next week. Next week, we will have a case study. There's a couple of case studies that we're cooking. I know that Amalia has talked to me about some of her IC's projects. So hopefully we'll bring a case. We'll share a case study with everyone. Amalia, any final thoughts from your side?
No, it was a great session, and I look forward to next week. That's it.
Excellent. Oh, just one more. If you are looking for some of the promotions for July that we have
Yes.
feel free to connect with us. We have a few promotions for SEO and also for website development. So feel free to connect with us, and look forward to us assisting you as well. Have yourself a great week, and thank you, Bob. We'll definitely be touching base with you. Thank you for attending, and have yourself a wonderful week, and we'll be here next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Great. Take care. Bye-bye.